So, starting on the left of the room, we have their little like sewing area where they have their sewing machine and a picture frame and some mail. There's a little dress pattern and a little plant. And if you're wondering, the little furniture piece that it's sitting on, like side table type of thing, is from a craft store. And I also store some things in the drawers. We also have some storage in between that furniture piece and the fridge. On the wall we have a few posters. 2 are from A.G. Olivia, which are the ones on the top, and 1 is a little butterfly chart from American Girl. And we do have Christmas lights hanging all around the room. Now moving on to the kitchen, which is from our generation, we have a bunch of accessories on the top of the fridge. We have like bathroom supplies like toothbrush and toothpaste, and we have a toaster and a plant and a phone and this little like rack thing that holds a bunch of little bottles. And then hanging on the refrigerator we have an apron. Inside of the fridge we have a bunch of food, but we can't go through all of it because there just is way too much. So if you want a detailed tour of like all of our American Girl food that we store in our fridge, then just let us know down below and we would love to do it. Now moving on to the bigger furniture piece in the kitchen, which has microwave, stove, etc. On the top of that we have a bird cage and a little poster that we made. And then on top of the microwave we have a little cookies jar and a little dish strainer. Inside of the microwave we have a TV dinner and some nachos, which we which we made both of those. On the stove we have several little accessories. Behind the stove we have a matchbox. And then on the counter we have some Our Generation fruit and a little glass fruit bowl and an American Girl smoothie. And then on the shelves all of the food is from Our Generation except for the little tea box at the top. In the oven we have a bunch of different foods, some of which we've made and some of which are from Our Generation. Behind the clock we have all of our My Froggy Stuff canned foods. On the top shelf we have a bunch of Our Generation cereal, and the bowl and the apples are from Goodwill, and then we have a little American Girl order sheet from the adult dining kit. On the bottom shelf we have a bunch of different cooking supplies and some cookbooks. In the sink we have a few accessories, and then behind that we have some Our Generation soap. And then to separate the kitchen from Audrey's bedroom, we have a little green shower curtain, but we just use it as a little room divider. And then somewhere in the room we always have Tinkerbell and Coconut. So now let's move on to the bedroom. On the floor we have some of their bags, and we have the American Girl flute sets. And then on top of their toy box, which my mom like covered in foam and fabric and stuff, we have this little My Froggy Stuff caddy with a bunch of little accessories in it. So here's Audrey's bed, and you'll see more of that later. And then we have some toys in a little basket next to that, and the American Girl flute stand, and an Our Generation tennis racket. So here's Audrey's bed. It is inspired by the bouquet bedding, and it's from My Froggy Stuff's tutorial. So, as for Audrey's bedding, this little like knit blanket here was made by a friend, and it's just a little throw blanket for Audrey's bed. Then this quilt was made by a friend of mine and her mom for my birthday a really long time ago. And then underneath the quilt we have this little white scrap of fabric, which is a little sheet. And then the pink blanket underneath I got at Awana's, and I don't know where you can get it, I'm really sorry. As for her pillows and stuffed animals, the 2 blue ones I made, the pink one in the far back, I don't know where you can get it, I've had it for a really long time, and the one in the front is just, I think, a baby doll pillow, I've had it for a super long time. And as for her stuffed animal, she just has 2 teddy bears on her bed. Also on her bed, she has this little dog with a bone eraser from Target, and then she has this little laptop that I made. It's a MacBook, and that's what it looks like. And then hanging up on her headboard, we have a little poster, and if you're wondering why it says strong, it's because Audrey means strong. And then on the shelves, we have this little Mickey Mouse container, which she has some of her like little mementos in. And then we have some of her Polaroid camera pictures, which are on these little like clip things that I've covered in washi tape, I don't know. And then we have a little Meet Rebecca book from American Girl, and we have a little American Girl magazine and a teddy bear. On the shelf we have some books in the first little cubby, most of which that I made. And then in the middle cubby we have a little like baseball thing that used to be an ornament that was my mom's, and then we have a little purse from Hawaii that was a keychain, and then a Polaroid camera from my Friday Steps tutorial, and a little doily. And then on the desk we have a bunch of different stuff. Folders are from my Froggy Steps tutorial. Above that we have a little collage board from, I believe, the Doll Craft Kit. On the chair, which is from the thrift store, we have a little backpack which the same friend and her mom who made the quilt made. And then on the chair we also have this little floral pillow, which I sort of made. It was a tissue holder, but it was a little fabric tissue holder. I don't know, I just made it really quickly. And so that was the desk. On the wall we have a little poster of France, and then also we have a little mirror which I decorated with washi tape and stickers, but it is from the American Girl Doll Craft Kit, I believe, and yes, you can see me in the mirror. And if you are wondering where the loft bed is from, my friend actually made it for me a few years ago for my birthday, and it was really sweet of her. It's modeled after McKenna's loft bed and I love it so much. Hanging on it we have Emily's robe, which is retired from American Girl, and it's so soft and fluffy. It feels so nice. And then we have Christmas lights on the bed too, and we have an Our Generation hat hanging on it. As for the bedding, oh, and by the way, this is Emily and Rebecca's bed. As for the bedding, we have a little blanket. That blanket I made, and then the mattress underneath, which is a dog and like floral printed one, I also made, and then that blanket was the same one that was on Audrey's bed. At the bottom of the bed, this little throw pillow is from Springfield Collection, and the purple pillows are some that the same friend who made the bed made for me, and then the rest of the pillows on the bed I made. As for their stuffed animals, they have this little teddy bear, which is really cute, and then they have their American Girl dolls, and these are both historical ones. It's Felicity and Rebecca, and then they have a little finger puppet back there and a little Angeline doll. As for their pets on the bed, they just have these two kittens, and I'm really sorry, I don't know where you can get these. I've had these from a birthday a really long time ago, so yeah, I don't know where you can get them, but just look around, maybe you'll find them. And then the last things on the bed are these clipboards, which you can get from Walmart, and I have a floral printed one and a cloud printed one, and they're just super duper cute. Then on the walls, it is really decorated, as you can see. First of all, we have the Welcome Audrey sign, which I still have not fixed yet. I was going to just say Audrey on it, but whatever. Then we have a little American Girl poster, some of Audrey's Polaroid camera pictures. If you want a tutorial for that, just let me know down below. I'd love to do it. This bookshelf is an Our Generation shoebox, and we have a bunch of different books on it and a little flashlight. And if you're wondering, half of the books I made, and some of them are from American Girl. On top, we have a little phone that I made and a lantern, which is from a railroad museum. And then hanging up, we have some headphones, a camera, and a necklace. And then on the other wall, we have a little window. And we have an HE Girls 1113 poster. So that was my American Girl dollhouse tour. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I worked really hard on it. And remember, my P.O. Box and Facebook and all those links are down below. And I will see you on my next video. Bye, everybody!